So, everybody stop.
What?
It's recording already. Oh, look at that.
What?
Hi.
Hello, people.
Everybody shot? Everybody shot. Great. Let's put that
Hello,
in the minutes.
beloved Titans. How are you doing? 1 + 1 is.
Yeah, so I texted Carrie. I said, "Can you leave the key with either Shara or Leanne?" Not knowing, I should have just said you.
Yeah,
But she was like,
then I would've had
it depended on who's. Huh? Oh, I'm not saying anything. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I thought she had left before even giving it to anybody. I was like,
Yeah.
"There's a flag over there." I just want to make shuffle it like this one. Please feel it for the record.
Be ready. Yeah.
Ready to find.
All right, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. What time is it?
Not 601.
601.
Let's stand for the pledge. Like disoriented, like where am I? Yes.
I know.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is the Dayton Historical Commission meeting at lower level at Town Hall and Zoom. And this agenda is subject to revisions and additions prior to the meeting. The listing of matters are those reasonably anticipated by the chair, which may be discussed at the meeting. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by law. Secretary's report. This is from January 13th, 2026. Is there any amendments, changes? I didn't see anything. I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, remembrances.
Okay. I had jotted down a couple of people who had passed. I don't know whether everybody knows them or not. First one was Charles Mello, passed away on January 15th of this year, 91 years old. He lived at Center Street and was involved in the Hickson Tree Company that was on the corner of Center and 138. And he was also a member of the Conservation Commission in Dayton.
Yeah,
Oh,
long
that's
time,
right,
long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
The other one, not so much involved in town, but his mother is very active in town, is a Jeffrey Andrews. He was only 56 years
Oh.
old. He lived on William Street in Dayton, or North Dayton. His mother is Donna Andrews, and she's very involved with the library book group. And
Oh,
he-
Donna's son?
Yes, he had been sick.
He's been
and-
for a while. Oh, that's
kidding.
sad.
Yes. And then Pat mentioned to me that Ron Smith recently passed away, was mentioned at the selectmen's meeting. He had been a member of our historical commission,
Yeah.
and I wasn't aware of that.
And I do believe he was also instrumental in getting the cable studio here in town, because it used to be over like in Berkeley. So he was active in different committees in town.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and he did serve on our historical commission for a while. He was very interested in history. So,
So that's all I.
okay.
Yeah.
And Irene is going to take those over. Said she will take.
Take
Okay,
that
so
over.
then what I'll do is I'll start sending you
Okay.
It's like a report right before, about a week before. Is that
Okay.
okay? Is that
Just in-
plenty of time?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so about
In
a
case
week before, in case you don't see anybody.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we don't know because they've been processed through a different town or whatever, but I'll still get something.
Yeah, yeah, I guess the town clerks do get
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
information.
Right.
yeah, so I can
You,
start.
you get them whenever the hospital they pass away at gives them to you, right?
Right.
So the
It's when I receive them.
other thing, like someone could have died a week ago, but
I wouldn't know yet.
it would,
Yeah.
how long does it get them? Does it take?
It could take anywhere from a few days to like a few months, depending on
Really?
if it's pending, depending on where it's done, like where it, where they processed it and stuff. So,
Oh,
because if they process it through, say, Taunton, I don't even see it until maybe we look up obituaries or something like that, like Dayton, like it's tough, yeah.
That's so weird because with all the vital records now that we need to have, and we did it from the
With our
start.
new, with our new system, just because they lived in town doesn't mean like automatically we get it anymore.
It's where they died in town.
You're
Oh, sorry,
right.
the
Where
town
they
they,
had
the
passed.
town they died, the town, so
So if
like,
it's like Rhode Island, like I probably won't get it at all, unless
Right.
we know about it.
it's like my birth certificate says I was born in Rhode Island. Because I was born in Rhode Island Hospital, I've never spent a minute living in there, but it will say I was born in Rhode Island, even though it
Right.
wasn't, kind of thing, so it's one of those things where, yeah.
All right, moving on, unfinished business and update. So Zach, anything on preserving memories?
Yes, yes and no, I haven't heard yet from John, which is odd, considering
Yeah.
when I first started reaching out with him, we did play like email tag back and forth, and I know he's busy, but this has been the longest. I heard back with him within a week, few days. It's just been the longest I've gone without hearing from him. So I don't know if the email got lost in the shuffle on his end.
Who's this?
John Gagat. Sorry, I'm sorry. Because we knew that he was going to be a series of events.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, a series of episodes, because he could not cover everything in one. So he wanted to do like the people of West Dighton, then like the places in West Dighton, then the events in West Dighton kind of thing. And we knew that we wanted to do a part 2 with him eventually, but we didn't want the part 2 to be the second episode we came out with. We needed to like break it up kind of thing. So once I knew that Just was done, I was ready to do that, and and he was interested in it. I doubt that he's no longer interested in it, but so I'm just gonna have to reach out to him again and see if he's still interested. Joe Pacheco, who's on the zoning committee for
A long time.
ever.
Yeah.
He's very interested in doing it.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exciting.
yeah. I mean, because I don't know if he was like born and raised in Dayton kind of thing, but with how long he was on zoning for,
That's pretty, yeah.
he's would have seen a lot of things happen in town. You know what I mean? And it will be interesting to have an interview with someone involved in the history of town, but from a
Different perspective.
well, not political, but
Yeah.
a civic
Yeah.
perspective. You know what I mean?
Is he also the inspector for like,
You building
septic,
inspector?
no,
Yeah.
septic
He did
systems
that
and
for a
things?
while.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, septic,
Yes, yes, I know who
yes.
you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
Yes.
So he's definitely interested in doing it. Haven't heard back from Christine Lynch yet, and Ken Pacheco, who based on the house that he lives in, he knows he's not born and raised a long time history name, but he knows so much about the history of his house. It belongs to Ezra Stiles and everything. So I thought,
Stiles lived there.
so I thought,
Yeah.
I said, I was thinking, like, I guess who said it has to be an oral history about their time in Dayton? It could be about something that they know. It kind of brought me back to the Cameron, who was going to possibly do the one about Mount Hope. He was a young kid. It had nothing to do with his experiences. It just has to do with
It's just
someone
like,
sharing an oral history about Dayton.
Oral history.
Yeah.
It's preserving memories, which makes it sound like it's like your memories, but it's not. It's not necessarily the focus of it.
Yeah.
So he was really interested in doing it, and because I know that Dave is able to film things other places, I thought let's do it at your house. So but I just followed up with him. I just brought that up to him when we saw the Rachel Revere event. So I got to follow up with him and find a good time and date to do that. But
That's good.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he knows a lot about
Yeah.
edge styles, because that was all part of the farm. He often teases he wants his farmland back. Like where my house is.
right. Yeah, exactly.
That property went all
Yeah,
over
yeah.
into that.
Oh God, yeah, very much.
I didn't realize that was
Yeah.
that much.
All right, so we got some things in.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I did put my number on the card for Dorothy Perry.
Oh, okay.
And I put down my number and said, well, so I wish I put more than what I put in the card, because Pat Olson had suggested, just mention that, hey, give your number, put down your number and just mention that very interested in talking to you about your history in Dayton, which I thought was, oh yeah, that's a good bit. In my head, I was like, I wish I sold it a bit more. I mean, I mentioned being a part of the Historical Commission, but I wish I
Explain.
I was going to put it in a note paper separately and put that in the card and then sign the card separately. But Pat was like, oh no, just put it right in the card. And now I'm like, I wish I wrote a little more of a note to explain it. So like, for all your nurses, like, I don't know if I want to talk to this person. I don't know if she has called me. I haven't gotten a call from a Dayton number.
Oh, I don't get any from Dayton, but just
So,
because.
like, any 669 numbers I get is like here, which never is really, because Carrie has my cell phone. But
Now, where she's in North Dayton, would she be at 823?
She could be.
possibly, but I mean, I also haven't gotten any voicemails from anybody I don't know either.
Okay.
From like, they're all spam calls. I haven't gotten a voicemail. So like, if she tried to contact me, like, I'm not aware that she has yet.
It may, to contact her nephew. His name is Bruce.
Okay, Bruce. You don't want to give any more information right now on while being recorded. That's fine. But
I'd have to look at it. I'm not sure.
okay, maybe even just looking. Is his last name Perry?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Cause I say,
I
yeah,
track
I
that
can't even do a
down.
Facebook thing. Like that's how I contacted Joe.
Yeah.
Cause like I asked my dad if he had Joe's email. He's like, I don't know what Joe's email would be. So I asked my dad for his phone number. He didn't have it on him at the moment. And I was like, I know Joe's on Facebook. Let me just try. And I'm not friends with him, so like I can't see all of his posts. But I saw that he had posted something like a day ago. I'm like, oh, so he actively goes on Facebook. I'll just try messaging him. He messaged me back like 5 minutes later, saying yes, super interested. Like I was like, okay, I didn't think that Joe was gonna get back to me on Facebook Messenger, but he did. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that's coming along nicely.
Definitely.
Oh, one thing, when I was watching it in the credits, can you ask Dave to put, he put the guest, and then he put your name
Yeah.
and his name. After your name, can you just put Dayton Historical Commission,
Good idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am gonna be honest. I haven't watched them. I won't be able to enjoy it. I cannot hear myself. I can't do it. I can't. I will. It will literally give me anxiety to the point I'm not gonna watch it.
Listen to your voice.
Like listen to the sound of my own voice. Like
because you don't
I
sound the same.
I hate it.
No.
Hate it.
I'm the same way.
And it's the point.
I love it.
I've done it for like if I'm like back when I did theater, if I'm like rehearsing a monologue for a show, I want to hear how it sounds like or like something like singing. Like I'm fine with that, but hearing myself conversationally, I detest it to the point that like it would. I'd rather watch it with subtitles. No, seriously, I would. You know what I mean? So like I haven't seen a second of it.
So I watched the one with John was really good. That's the one I watched, and then I was like, oh, the credits are coming, and I don't know, and I was like, oh, but it would be nice to see because it's like our
Yeah.
baby. So after your name, to the Dayton Historical Commission.
I do, from what I just want to turn my mute off my thing. I don't want to go on by accident. I did notice didn't care for it, not care for it, how it was titled. I don't know if it was on.
I don't remember how it was titled.
Jeez. Maybe it was on Facebook. I saw it.
Trevor, you're really good at it. You'd be able to find it, right?
What?
You'll be able to find any one of those.
All right.
But it was a little it's just like in oral history or something. It was like, well, it's not the same title of the series that we're going with.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things that I was like,
Because you want it to be
Consistent.
preserving
thank you. Or
memory.
yeah.
Consistency with
Yeah.
it, no matter what
Yes.
format it
And,
is.
and again, and it's absolutely nothing against, the Dave or anything. It's more just like, oh, I probably should have been more clear, like, this is what
Yeah,
we're
so
calling
if
it.
you
kind of thing.
mention those two things, that the title's
Yeah, if,
consistent.
Rafa, you're able to find it faster than I am.
That's all right. So just, those two things, because I went through it and I was like, here we are preserving, history. There's no mention of the historical commission that we are
The ones that put this together, yeah.
that it's our program.
It's our baby.
Exact-
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So it's preserving memories of Dayton in oral history,
Oh,
which is like, I think we've just been calling it preserving memories of Dayton.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's almost like if we're gonna call it that, then like what are we calling it, kind of thing. I mean, and
I think we should
and
keep it at that preserving memories of Dayton and just,
So yeah. So I guess if you can edit it and then going forward, just don't have the in oral history.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be too clunky. Do you know, you know what I mean?
because that is very clunky
Yeah.
at the end. Okay.
Or if you want to do preserving memories of Dayton colon and oral history or something like that. But
I
like
think just preserving
you know what I
memories
mean?
of
Like,
Dayton, yeah.
because I've heard.
Just put Dayton Historical Commission at the end.
At the end.
I know when we
Yeah.
first started doing it, like we would say preserving Dayton's memories, like is how we would talk about it, and then we're saying preserving memories of Dayton. It's like, okay, well, which one are we gonna go
Yeah,
with? So,
I think that preserving memories of Dayton is perfect.
Okay,
okay.
all right.
Maybe you should interview Pat Olson.
You could, Pat knows a lot. I think, that-
More than I can even like,
And her son.
yeah, if they, maybe together,
Yeah, that'd be great.
she really does, yeah.
yeah. Greg knows a lot too.
Yeah.
She would.
When her,
It wouldn't hurt to ask.
She's met her son. What is her son in town? Is he active?
he was head of the water department for a long time.
What was her son's name?
You can tell me
Right.
about the sewers.
Oh, okay. Like I've heard the name now that I'm.
Yeah.
Greg Olson.
Yeah.
Oh. I know Greg. Oh, oh. I didn't even know, I didn't even put two and two together, to be honest.
Okay, Sharon.
That's all of a sudden, I was like, oh, wait. Funny, I know.
All right, historical markers.
Yeah, what about it?
So,
I'm saying that from now on, you ever ask me a question at meetings, yeah, what about it?
So I wanted to say thank you for sending me the specs. By the way, I cannot find PVC,
The what?
like the specs for the wood.
the historical marker.
But, so I made something similar, but unfortunately, like, I can't get this is what you can buy.
Text.
This is what you can buy. No, so I did this. I'm unhappy.
You're
Because-
unhappy?
Well, because it's over just an inch. So I would.
you mean,
What's
Yeah.
over just an inch? Oh, yeah.
So I think I'm gonna take this off, I'm gonna repaint because I'm OCD, and I'm gonna go over just because I wanna make one for myself.
And are you?
It's touching the border too close.
I was gonna say, did you want it intentionally right on the line like that?
No, unfortunately, it's very hard to, because of the ends, it's very hard to actually,
I mean, I like the color though, and the font, and like the color of the font looks very much like what we're going. And
Where did you get the font?
I have it on my Cricut.
you can just like put
But
yeah.
this is like premium, like this is premium, just like this. This is premium, but this you can't even, like if I start taking this off, it's gonna start taking paint off.
Oh,
The funny thing is, I just took my finger over this, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm already pulling it up." I feel like
Yeah.
I did not feel it on that one.
Now, because this is actually very,
That's like almost like permanent.
That is
30.
nice.
Yeah, and all you have to do for this kind of is that, once I fix this, all you have to do is just spray it and this will never, ever,
Right, so it won't be,
no,
Like
it's
raised.
not gonna be
Yeah.
raised like this.
Without being super, I'm not,
Because you can feel that, it's much, and if I started to like take off, and I don't mind taking off one piece because I have to repaint it anyways, but it's like.
Oh, yeah,
like,
I can tell you're all-
literally like,
wow, yeah, even that much chipping it was
Yeah.
like, I thought for sure.
no.
It's not chipping.
No, no.
You can, it's harder, and that's without it being, that's actually without it being, weatherized or anything.
The font's not the exact same.
It's not, it's very
It's very
hard.
close.
Really?
Very hard to figure out, because what happens is, when you go onto like your Cricut design space thing, you have to kind of match up the closest thing you can get, but unless I know what font that is,
You can,
oh, well, I did not know you could do that, whatever you're doing.
you know, there's a website that you
Is this the
can,
exact dimension?
No, I wish it was.
yeah, that
You
It's
can't get
close.
this, you can't get this dimension like just to buy it.
Is this the one that Papa Chica made?
No, that's the one from the second place that we used that we didn't like,
Oh, okay.
the one in Rainham.
because
And then
it's
Paul used it as a model for,
I'll tell you, it's close.
Right, the color.
the color's like,
Even the size.
I mean, that I bought from, that was basically from, yeah, that's pretty
close.
close.
how many other sizes, like,
I bought that from, Michael's, the wood. I had to order the, actual, vinyl because I'm specific on
and
the
the
vinyl I
paint is
use.
close enough in color.
And the
I mean,
paint, I literally
I mean,
took
geez.
that and I kind of did this.
yeah, yeah, I mean, seriously, that's what you're supposed to do.
Right, so that's as close as I can match. But that, unfortunately, I couldn't get a regular piece of oval wood without the lip.
So this is an amazing site.
I like
It's,
mine better.
I'm just saying, this is DIY, okay?
That's,
Okay, so you're missing the two dots in the store.
Yes, I know.
there is a site that you can upload a picture
Unfortunately, my two
anything.
dots when I,
and it tells you what font it is. Based on
I
image
didn't-
search.
Your dog ate them?
No, I didn't do this enough. So I lost
but
my
I'll
two
tell you,
eyes.
that's
So,
as
yeah.
closest to what we,
So I'm gonna definitely take this off, repaint, and then push over.
Are you gonna like
Just for myself.
gloss it? No?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so that, yeah, so it's sealed, because like,
Yeah.
that's the problem with this, it's not sealed, and we can feel where it start coming up very quickly. The other thing is, when we were at the budget meeting,
Yeah,
Kevin was sitting there, Kevin Smith,
yeah.
and he said, get the plaque to him, and he will bring it to
Mike
BP.
Rose?
Yeah, to see if
Oh
we
my god, I didn't
can,
think about that.
to work with him. So Shara was talking, she, was saying, maybe the wood, going with wood rather than PVC is the way to go.
Because I don't see them having that, like, you know what I mean, that kind of
Yeah,
composite, where this, like a wood, as long as you really treat it, really weatherize it, it'll last a long
Yeah.
time.
yeah,
now Old Colony had the composite material.
That's amazing that they did
But they didn't have
this.
that,
the word, the
Right.
letters.
right. So I'm gonna get,
Oh, I didn't even know they could do that.
get this to Kevin. Tell him that we would even consider wood,
Yeah, yeah. But they definitely have to use a little bit better of a,
Why wouldn't they have PVC? It's a
I don't know why, so when we went there, they had,
carpentry shop. They should have everything.
okay, yeah, I didn't know. Okay.
yeah,
But yeah, see, like that I can lift up easy.
right. So, so we have another, couple of avenues. When I did talk with, Ralph and Serena for the meeting with their budget, the markers came up, because we always put in for at least one, thing in, one marker in our budget for the town, for the historic town buildings. And they're like, and that's when he brought up peach signs again.
Mm.
And they're like, oh, what about wood? And I was like, I know other commissions that are cutting out their own wood, and then they might take it to a shop and they'll do it. It's a lot of back work, but they might be willing to work with us and see what else we can figure out too.
I mean, that looks nice too, like if they have that kind of material, right?
Yeah, Kevin was sitting there and he said, just get it to me and we'll see what we can do with BP.
No, I don't have the best service on here, so it's gonna be a long time, but by the time that maybe you go tonight, I can like show you on the website like what fonts it detects.
Okay.
So just try to get as close as we can.
Okay, that's cool, all right.
Yeah, so we're making baby steps, I guess we call it.
Yeah.
Backwards steps.
I will say, of all the, when I first started on the commission, the projects that we were being talked about, this is the only one that's still in limbo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other ones we've at least like
Yeah.
gotten going or started
Yeah.
new things,
Right.
and
yeah, we were making progress on it and then,
And then, yeah, we just
Keep
get a phone
signs.
call, yeah.
yeah, fell off that radar, so. Anyway, very good. So I'll contact Kevin and we'll go from there.
Yeah, and if they don't have the vinyl, I can even let you guys know what vinyl
Right,
I
okay.
used, because it
Yeah.
really is good.
I did tell Pat that I did call Peach
Yeah.
Signs, and I spoke with the one, and she said the equipment is currently down. They
Okay,
don't know, when it's going to be fixed, so
okay,
that's limbo right there. So we don't really want to wait too long.
Right.
right,
No.
right, okay. So, Irene, anything on,
Oh, yes, I've been working on this. I ended up going on Facebook to look at the brick church to see if there was a minister's name there or anything else. I did find an email address, so this afternoon I did that, and I had written to Reverend Owens, because I guess that's who the gentleman was that's been there as the minister. And I put, my name is Irene Alley, I'm a member of the Dayton Historical Commission. I have been trying to contact you regarding the brick church and any plans to celebrate the 250th celebration for 2026. I have been asked by the commission if the church community will be celebrating any special events for this year, especially with the history of the church with the towns of Wellington and Dayton. I said if you could contact me via my home phone number or my email address, I would appreciate it, as I've tried to contact the church through the phone and have not heard back. Not even, a couple minutes later, I get a response,
Wow.
not thinking that mybrickchurch@gmail.com is going to work.
Which is why wood of all the things that you would think would reverse, right?
So anyway, he goes, hello, Miss Irene, this is Reverend, I guess that's how he goes by. I am no longer at the brick church. I have retired and I'm living in Florida now. I am sorry, I have not heard much from the church since then. The church manager that was there with me has also since left. It appears that their phone and website are no longer active either, so I don't know where to go from there. I'm sorry.
oh,
Oh, interesting, okay.
And there's,
Weird.
yeah,
You lost all contact with the church?
well, he's retired.
When did
So he has no need to contact. It's not that he lost contact. He has no need to contact.
when did he retire?
Just said
I don't know
recently, right?
when.
Just said
He
recently.
didn't say when he retired.
So that would just like pop up in person, church.
But they, mybrickchurch@gmail.com, this is what,
You would think, why would he even have access to it if he had since retired? Like why would
I
that?
don't know,
because he probably made the Gmail account.
Yeah,
could have been.
But why would he
He's the
even?
owner of it, not the church.
But why would he even go back and monitor it? You know what I mean? Like he's not.
Well, unless it popped up, today, because I went through Facebook, the phone number that's there that I've called several times, and got no answer. There's another www.mybrickchurch.org. I didn't try that. I figured, well, I'll try the,
Is the church even open? Did they have service?
I think so.
I think-
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
and I don't know.
Actually,
Hey, for
Trying to think
during
who
the
would go
service.
there. I'll reach out to Myrna. She might know someone who attends.
I bet you will.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, At least I got some kind of a thing that I
got
can
a
bring back to
response.
this meeting. And I was like shocked that, that he's no longer affiliated, but they've got him still listed on there.
Right. So clearly, whoever, it was been,
You'll never figure it out. I
but
think probably.
and clearly they haven't updated it either
Right.
on their end. So it's kind of like,
It's basically finding somebody, like you said, that actually
Yeah.
attends, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, what we'll have to
who
do that.
owns the building? It's
The
not.
church.
It's not
The
a town
church
building.
does,
So
yeah.
so they still do.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not the oldest church, the Dayton Community Church
Right.
is the oldest.
Well, yeah,
But
it's
because,
one of the oldest. It's
Yeah.
the congregation itself is.
Oh, we haven't put the building?
The building is not the oldest, but the congregation, because it was that was the first congregational church.
Yeah.
It's off west.
So it goes, the first meeting house on Elm Street, the one way, then it goes, the meeting house on Buck Plain,
Yeah.
and then that same congregation then builds the brick church, and part of the people go to the second congregational church, which was which is now the community church.
Oh, right.
oh, so their congregation is split then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was an issue with where the placement of it was on Buck Plain, because the people that were in the lower four corners here wanted it closer, because that was like the people coming from Pleasant Street.
Yeah.
It was the people coming from across the river, from Berkeley and stuff. They wanted it closer.
Yeah,
And that kind of led to one of the factors of Wellington split, right? Or no, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't.
No,
No, it wasn't that
no,
meeting house. It was
No, it was,
later on.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
the
right,
split was in the 18.
Right. 1814.
yeah.
The last,
So anyway, at least I
the
got,
last Facebook.
Right. At least we have an answer. Like
yeah, if,
a reason as to why.
The last Facebook,
Facebook post, July
Was-
2024.
24.
The link to a YouTube video.
Oh, so they don't have
Maybe-
anyone that's monitoring.
Maybe the
their
congregation now is
social
just so small. They don't
That
have
was
they don't have a need to update on Facebook anymore. They probably don't care about.
that's what I was
So-
thinking. Maybe they have gotten so small.
Because Myrna did mention to me that like a lot of those congregations are just like it's not as
Right.
the population's not there anymore. The interest is not, or the
Well, it's true of like many churches.
Many
right. Oh yeah, she may not say ours specifically,
But I
churches,
was, at least I got something going. Then I was surprised to get an answer back. And
yeah. that quickly too.
So we'll just follow through, see what we can do with it, contact
Shoot.
there, and,
Probably just pop up one.
Do you want to mention the thing that we're possibly talking about doing for Wellington?
oh.
Maybe I should give a sermon.
Huh?
I should give a sermon to that church.
Oh, there you go. All right, so we'll see what we can do there. The plaque for Catherine Yell for the town flag. So I emailed you the samples, the two,
they're two
plaques.
different ones.
There's
Yeah.
different
Oh,
ones.
okay.
One is the walnut, the one with the design in it, what do you call it?
grooves
The
in it.
grooves, that is walnut, that one
Okay.
is 9 by 12. And a 6 by 9 plaque would go on it. That one is $92.
Where is it?
The one without the grooves is imitation cherry, it's 8 by 10. A 7 by 9 plaque would go on it, and that is $39.
Wow. Ooh, what a difference.
I was looking at the plaque that's there, that looks darker, it doesn't look like cherry. the one
Right.
that's
You're
there.
right. Yeah.
So I think the walnut one would be a better,
Yeah.
And the price of it is so significant.
I like the walnut one, I like the design on it.
Yeah.
I also sent you,
Yep.
Yes.
the layout and everything. So took a couple of edits with him, but we finally got it.
Yeah, no, it's
Um,
nice. My computer just didn't go the right way.
So you're not looking at, just a question for you is, I know you're gonna think about putting on that plaque, but if you, can you, flip one page, sorry. That's not gonna have the designs on the corners, right? Cause that'll look very
I'll ask him that. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Because that's gonna be too much.
Too many
And bring up,
scrolls.
bring up the price.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
No.
Oh, really?
No. This is already engraved here. What she's talking about
Is-
here.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
That's
that would
what I mean, yeah.
That would be almost a little bit
Yeah,
strange.
because all the engraving is included.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
So that would be, like on the gold piece of it, and it would be, I don't know, good question, though.
Because it would make more sense if that was on the plane, because it has a design, but if I
Oh.
would take the design
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
All right, so I'll ask them about the scrolling around here.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want to put the scrolling on the,
With that being there, yeah.
it would make it too much.
Right,
It's kind of like when you're making a cocktail and it's like you use like a lemon lime soda and then do like a lemon lime liquor. It's like, well, no, if you like you already have the flavor of that, you need to combine the both flavors. Never mind. I guess if you.
That's funny. One thing I didn't think of today was, we didn't talk about shipping with him. He was in, like, at the Fall River West Fort line, but he doesn't have a shop there anymore, so we picked up the things from him before. So he's still in the area. I mean, if we can meet rather and go pick it up somewhere rather than pay shipping, I mean, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So. All right, do we want to have a motion to approve the purchase of the plaque, and which one do we want?
I mean, is it worth the extra $60 when we have such a very limited budget? I know.
We have to use we have to use the budget.
We have to.
Yeah, but
And two, I mean, it's one time. It's not like it's
Right.
going
oh
to
yeah,
be,
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
it's a one time, and
How
I
much,
think,
how much we have left in the budget right now?
500 and.
Oh, geez. Okay, never mind. We have way more than what I thought. Never mind.
yeah, but I'm thinking that it's only a
I think
one-time purchase.
I
I,
look at
it
it
looks nice.
Aesthetically.
Yeah.
And what was there, what's already on the wall, and I think this one
The closest.
is closer rather than the cherry. I think the walnut is the closer one.
Yeah, okay.
Than the cherry one.
Mhm.
That's how I was looking at it.
Yeah.
I completely agree now. I don't know why when I saw the email, I think when I just looked at it fast, I thought one was like 192 and then like
Oh.
it was like versus our 39. I was like, really gonna pay
Oh,
that much more?
That's- yeah,
but
no.
now I know we have that much in the budget, like, oh god, yeah, go with the other one for sure.
I think it's, she deserves it.
I agree.
She did a lot, so.
But like Shara's saying, maybe you might want to just take this.
Yeah, I will
Uh,
converse with him. We want the words,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the,
and then the
Probably.
seal.
Yep.
And then we will,
because this here will
Right.
encapsulate it, so.
right,
Give
which
it
may,
a-
which may be his intent, I don't know. Good point, though. All right, so a motion to approve the purchase of the engraved plaque honoring Catherine Yell, the creator of the town flag, for $92.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second,
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Okay. So once we receive the plaque, we'll set up a meeting at a board selectmen's meeting to present it, and we'll include Kat's family.
yeah.
Her sister Margaret is still around, I think, and whoever else Margaret knows, and Joanne is around too. So we will include, and I think her son,
Great.
Yeah, that would be nice.
yeah. So, all righty, time capsule. So I did talk to this was a long time ago, but I did talk to the trustees after our January meeting about them having the time capsule in the library. And they agreed that it certainly belonged there. We talked about where to put it, and all of that. They suggested that it be locked, because they said if in 50 years or when they open it, if they have to break the lock, they can break the lock, But they did agree that the library is a good place to be the keeper,
Caretaker.
the
Absolutely.
caretaker
That's
of
great.
it. So,
Ooh, now here's a question. Keeper and caretaker, does that mean we sign over literally and figuratively? Like it's no longer our project? Because they're like, or is it like still like when we go to open it, is it a library people that open it? Or is it the legal commission that opens
it
it?
could be a joint,
Yeah.
I think it,
And I'm not trying to be picky, but like, not by like, you know, like
Yeah.
always,
Depends whether the commission still exists 50 years from now.
that's a good point too.
and if the library does. I'm making a joke, but like, I mean, who knows? I
I
mean,
think with it, we put a statement letter then saying that.
I would like to just because I don't like the idea of like, we're doing all the work and it's like, oh, it's like their thing now. If that's what we want to do and sign it over to them, then we can vote to do that. I just don't know, like, you know, how it's, I wouldn't want to say like them to think, well, it's ours deal. We said we're the ones holding on to it. It's like,
I think it
But-
should be both. I think.
yeah, oh yeah, oh, I don't care which one it is. Just we should make it clear whichever one we want it to be.
Yeah. Because I think 50 years from now, that's kind of cool, you know?
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be here.
If you are, then they come out with something amazing. That means they come out with some really good stuff.
Like 126 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm right behind you.
No, we're all gonna.
I certainly won't be
I
waiting
would
until I'm 100.
I'm not making it to 93. I'm not making it to 93. That's not happening.
I,
You don't
right,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Might have some
exactly.
longevity there.
Yes.
We'll do cryogenics.
And then they'll be using you for preserving memories of Dayton.
Oh, I hate that we're gonna quit it right now, Shara. I have things to say.
I think we should have a copy of this video and it's in a time capsule.
So they understand.
Yeah.
Look at how the town works.
English still will be the official language.
Right. There's always that.
The problem is going to be they won't have the technology to play it.
What's the cloud? What are you calling cloud? What are you talking about?
In 50 years, is that still going to be?
I can still access like old websites from like 25, 30 years ago through way back when machine.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
As long as that website, it's like not every website, but like as long as the website has been.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but with the time capsule, then now that we have a place to put in all that, are we going to re-inventory what's in it and see if we're happy with what's in it, and then make another call?
We know Grappa has some of this stuff, and I thought we were going to do things through 2026.
I think it'd be cool to wait to also
And then-
memorialize this year too.
Yeah, and put that in. And, I mean, we could, because we could put it there, put what we have in it, and then keep adding to it
So that's what I was gonna say
for
too.
this
Like,
year.
so do we put it under lock and seal, quote unquote, with the library once everything is in it, or is it gonna be something that we gonna put there and then we have access to go back to it when we want to for the rest of the year?
I think we should wait.
You want to wait? Okay.
Yeah, because it seems a little bit, you know, if we.
Wait till the year's over, is that it?
Maybe do July 4th.
We'll wait till to the end of 2020.
Or yeah, wait till the end of
Yeah.
the calendar year, because we might have
Because I'm
some.
thinking if it's there and then all of a sudden we're just adding random.
It's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go buy and drop this off, and go buy and drop this off, and like, yeah. Plus, I think too, like, let's say we have it.
Now, we put
Does Rafa know?
one of the coins.
It's like.
Yeah.
for
I was hoping to get rid of.
2026. And then you've got the Francis
sister.
Dayton coin too.
I don't know if she has anymore. I asked her about
I
that.
don't think
She
there's
just-
any more of those around.
Well, there's a picture of it. There's a book that's called Dayton Through Time. There's one that's like called Rehoboth Through Time, and actually I took a picture of. It's in the library, but I took a picture of the picture because I never even saw it before. I just knew it was the thing.
I have a Dayton Francis coin. You've never seen one? I'll bring one.
No, I saw a picture
Do
of
we
it.
have any at the society?
What is it?
Not for sale.
Oh,
Yeah, I have one,
okay, I'll
but
check it
it's not
right
for
here.
sale, like, we
Yeah.
have, yeah.
I think I've got.
It's right here. This is a picture of the picture.
I have one. Yeah.
Picture what?
It's a picture from the book of it.
Yeah.
Who was it that posed for it? It's not her, obviously, right?
It was, Mrs. Maycumber. Because Allison Maycumber designed it. And he lived in Dayton. He lived on Center Street, and he used his wife as a model
Is there a reverse side to it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even think that the part of the
I'll
book.
bring it. I'll bring
I
it.
have one up in the vault.
This is what I love about
Yeah,
history, like
Yeah.
people writing it. The person that this book wrote, it depicts an image of Francis Dighton. And it doesn't. It's not Francis Dighton.
Well, because there is no image.
No, but like the fact that like
Yeah.
if you didn't know, you might read that and go, oh, that's her.
Yeah.
But like you know,
But it says it depicts, so.
Yeah, so it.
yeah, but I mean, I guess it's,
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like the way we're like keeping the memory of the flag. Like it might be cool to say who it was, not in this book per se, but like I don't know.
I don't know if we talked, well, the time capsule was really, we started in 2023 because that was the commission's 50th. So we have those things to put in, so it's more like the 50th celebration things rather than just history of Dayton.
Right, that's true. Because then where do you stop?
Right.
Are you gonna put one of those coins and
Yeah, we
stuff
can-
in there? Yeah,
We can
And-
buy one for it.
yeah.
And if we do the rest of the year,
I think
like,
that would be a great idea.
Should the commission buy it?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll put pictures of the reenactment from the fall.
Right.
Like this, you know,
So-
I think we should like December 31st should like legit be the day we seal it off. Not, I mean, if we have a ceremony after it, but like I think that should be the last day to submit stuff.
Yeah, okay.
You can have a thing. Yeah.
Unless we're waiting on like, unless we have an event late in the year that we want to include in it, that we were waiting to
Right
get
now,
the
the
stuff back for.
latest event would be the unveiling of the Revolutionary War memorial,
When's that gonna be?
the Veterans Day in November.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, So thinking about buying the coin, do we want to take the vote now or do we want to wait until the next meeting, or
why do you want to wait?
we can take the vote now?
I mean,
I'm okay with that.
the reason to like, unless people don't want to decide that
It's
now,
up to
but
you. Yeah,
I don't see why we need to wait,
Whatever.
right?
Okay, okay. So I need a motion to purchase a, let's talk about drawing, 250th anniversary of America coin. Talk about drawing a blank.
It happens.
And they, for $25.
So moved.
Is there
Second.
any further discussion?
No,
No, all in
Oh.
favor?
What kind of time capsule are we going to order?
What's just about the coin?
this is the
Right
coin, you
now.
gotta make a
Okay, wait
vote
a minute.
now.
We'll do this and then we'll talk about that. Okay. So the motion is to purchase a 250th anniversary of America coin for $25. There's a person
Representing the town of Dayton.
representing the town of Dayton. And is there any further discussion? All in favor, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. All right. So we will do that.
Yeah, I think that's a cool thing to add.
And you don't want to wait too long, you
Yeah.
might lose out on them.
Yep.
Maybe we can put the copy of the walking book tour brochure in there?
Yep.
Only because
yeah.
that's, I know that those events aren't but
No,
the
that
events
should
that
be-
took place during the year, the time capsule kind of thing.
All right, now wrap a container.
Well, I was looking at Amazon
Yep.
and I see a lot of these like stainless steel, like in the shape of a cylinder or something, and you can just lock it, stuff it as much as you want, and then but they come in different sizes. So I don't know. We have to decide how big container do we want.
Yeah, I looked at them briefly and I kind of like the ones that look more like a treasure chest.
So this is what they had in Somerset.
Yeah.
So this is Somerset,
Somerset had theirs are,
and
yeah.
this is this is
Oh, yeah. We talked
amazing,
about that.
amazing.
Let me see.
Yeah.
The one in the library? I mean,
No, that's
no.
the
so,
historical
So this is clearly an old, a repurposed
Of
structure,
course, yeah.
but everything there is behind glass, like a plexiglass. Like you can kind of see the reflection in it.
Yeah,
So you can see some stuff, but there's some stuff sealed in envelopes. The names I think are just like, it might say like Bakos Bank. It would say like the Historical Commission. It would say like a family, whoever put things in there, and there's stuff on the bottom down there.
It is very cool. I
But-
like it. The only thing that I can say about that is it's not a surprise when you want to
Yeah.
open something
Right.
that's from
It just kills
history.
it.
But-
It kills it. There's no mystery.
But that
It kills that,
I
yeah.
agree. But do we want to do some kind of version of that, and like with like what we have the post Canaan? Like, is this going to be displayed in the library?
No, I would prefer to see such a box because just a container that's locked and it has the things in it, so, and it holds the idea of a time capsule.
Okay, yeah,
Because
yeah.
A time capsule is the items are in there, you don't look at them for
Yes.
50 years.
Oh, yeah.
And then you open it.
Okay.
So
That's
the
the,
Somerset Library actually has, in their reference room, has a time capsule that, then they're tall, they're probably like this tall, made out of wood.
Library or the Somerset Historical
The
Society?
library,
The picture I have was from the Historical Society.
yeah. And
I
that,
haven't seen that one.
they just have a lid that lifts up, but no one really looks inside of it, but it's in a reference room and it's, climate controlled and all that. So, but I would rather see something, and we're really talking about something smaller, I would think. I'm maybe like
I mean, that depends on what
This-
items we get for it,
by
though.
this, well, we have to kind of control that a little bit.
all right.
So that it fits on a shelf at the library and a space at the library, because.
And it will be locked.
And it will be locked.
Okay, good.
So it'll go in like the reading room with the other
The
historical service.
reading room, yeah.
Has to be indestructible, insured.
Well, no, we're not sure, but fireproof. I mean, what? But
What?
no, but I mean, no, I'm not sure, but fire. I mean, do we? There must be some classy looking fireproof safes. Not like not one that you find in a hotel room that you lock your things in, but like we do want it to be like, since we're not burying it, like obviously the whole point of burying it is like it won't let you put it in the floodplain. Burying is that nothing's going to happen to that thing. God forbid something happened to the library and it goes up in flames, or some, God forbid, but like, what like, we wouldn't want to say, oh, well, now it's gone because something happened that wasn't our, like, what do we want? You know what I mean? What do we, how well do, like, why should we not just put it in our vaults? Like, what's wrong with putting it, like, that's a controlled, safe vault.
Because there's no room in the vault. There's no room at the end.
Well, we'll again, but I mean, like, for something that big, I mean,
There's no money to expand.
there's
Yeah, but then that's right, okay, but I'm thinking 50 years from now, okay? If it's in a vault, like here, it's almost like,
I just meant for safety purposes, not so much. I'm not saying it should be here. I'm just saying, like,
because we have, so much of the historical, like, stuff, like, I just would hate to have, like, some, I don't know. I think it's a library.
You're right. It's easier.
is
It's
nice.
easier to. It's easier.
Yeah.
To get, oh no! It's
Library.
easier to get lost in the shuffle in there.
Yes.
But is there? I think that then we should. Then I think we should do a more due diligence, making sure the box itself is not just a box that can be damaged. God forbid.
Were some of those steel ones that you looked at,
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna look.
they would be, did they have some that looked historic or did they all look
They all look the same.
all the same?
Yeah, stainless steel cylindrical cylinder.
Let's do some research.
Yeah,
I
like maybe we
prefer
can
the-
all,
The box.
yeah, me too, yeah.
Like really hard metal, stainless steel.
But it almost looks like a box.
That looks like a box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can carve our initials and stuff.
We should.
Well, we should definitely put
Embellish it.
a picture of us and.
I think so.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
signatures.
Musician and artist.
A picture of us, like like I know, like the newspapers have done pictures of like them burying it. Not saying we call them newspapers, but we should put in a picture. Like the last thing that should go in there should be a picture of us locking it up. You know what I mean? Like that should be the last thing that goes in there.
Okay.
Unless you want the Taunton Gazette to come and.
All right,
Ron
so.
O'Connor could take a picture.
Yes,
Ron could, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or Chief's wife could take a picture.
Yeah. but I gotta be in the picture.
So so Rafa, will you take some more look and
So yeah, so this
if
is
you
what,
find some links, just send them to us and then we can kind of review it before we get here.
Yeah,
And
I
we'll
just,
add
I just
it
found
back.
one now. It's like, I mean, this thing's $400, but, and it's at Home Depot, but it's a fire and waterproof safe.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, I know, but I'm saying like things like that do exist. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you can find something that looks nice that's also, it's a,
It's like a lock. It's like a safe.
Yeah.
it is.
and where would they put it in the library?
It's gonna be like in the library, and it has to be able to fit on a shelf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on a shot. Okay, so maybe we'll go down
So-
and measure. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to go to the library on Thursday.
Maybe these are like buried under like bricks and stuff. Like cement.
And of course, someone eventually would move it, because no, and then it would end up in a closet, but
Yeah.
it'll be labeled if we
Do
leave
not-
it.
Yes, do
Label
not
it.
remove, do not touch.
Or even you put, a little plaque on it that says time capsule
Yeah,
to be opened in
to
the
be opened
year.
in, Okay. To be continued, I guess.
Yeah,
I thought we were close,
Well,
Rafa.
we are. We know the lawyer's on board. We finally decided what, I mean, can we now officially put out another call for items now that we know we're going to?
No, I'd
do-
wait till we have a container.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So as I said, our budget, we have $569.56 for this year's budget. So we have some expenditures from tonight that'll go against that. FY '27 budget planning, I met with Ralph and Serena regarding our FY '27 budget of $625, explaining that the increase because we went up 25. I told him, I said, our conference the conference that we go to is in June. I said, last year no one ended up going. And I told this to the finance committee too, was because it was in Sturbridge and no one wants to drive back and forth. I said, but we will look to see for this year. And I also explained in the travel, because the travel was only like $72, said that was figured on, I think it was figured on going to Fort Devens I did, or Worcester, I can't remember
Which
which
Fort
one.
Devens was the one that I was going to go to, but you went.
I went,
right?
yeah, you and I went. Yeah.
And that was based on carpooling too.
Yes.
So they understood that. So, they listened nicely, and I also mentioned to the meeting with both the finance committee and the board of selectmen, I said, one of our jobs, one of our functions is to always be doing surveys and
Yes.
documenting, our historical properties and stuff, and I said, there's nothing in our budget, it has never really been anything in our budget to do that, and that would be, around $3,000 if we were going to do a few properties every year. And like looked at me and said, no, it's not gonna happen this year or whatever.
Right, obviously, yeah.
And then you're like, in 20 years, and I like, yeah, as she said. So I think I felt they understood us.
Yeah.
So I also explained that our budget is not a monthly budget, that it's more project oriented.
Yeah.
So you can't look and say, here we are, already almost through the fiscal year and you haven't spent it. It's project based, so it's kind of continuing.
I think after mine, they were gonna agree on anything.
The good thing is that we seem to have, our board has not had a problem getting CPC money when we wanted it.
no,
No,
Because as of right now, that's been paying for like our, but how long is it until that well runs dry?
right,
Or it's not dry, we just don't get approved for things.
right.
And then we're really SOL, because then it's like, well, we have no budget, our other source of income, our other source of funds was either not approved or they lost their budget, now it's like, now what?
Right.
I said to Pat one time, and I want to sound like it's going to sound. At that point, we're a glorified historical society.
Yeah.
If we can't do anything, if all we're doing is talking about fun projects or doing fun projects, it's like, yes, the preserving memories is a way of doing it. Yes, like walking tours are a way of doing it, but
We're not making money off it to help with expenditures, like the walking tour. We ended up getting a grant to get the.
right. And I guess what I mean is like there's things like that, but like if that's a way of us sharing history, but it's not a way of us preserve. I mean, not well, I guess the preserving memories is, but it's not a way of literally preserving history. So it's like if we can't do that, then what are we?
I think it's, the next couple of years are gonna be very difficult.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
And
if
we'll try our best.
that override is
Yeah.
stop eating.
So next is our National Register application for the Mount Hope Finishing Company. So,
I definitely have thoughts on it.
you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Thoughts?
Well, one thing that I mentioned to you the other day was in Stacy's email she said I was very generous on the boundaries. Does that help us? Are they too generous? Is crossing over into Taunton going to hurt us or help us?
All right, so the reason it crossed over to Taunton is because the request came from the Mass Historical Commission as they were looking at this, is to search out the other properties that were a part of Mount Hope, and some of those right over the line were.
Right.
So when she says she's generous, now this is not finished yet because
Oh,
the Mass
okay.
Historical Commission will look at it and they may say those boundaries, you need to include more, or you need to tighten them up,
Okay.
because they have to do their review too.
Can I make a comment on that?
Yeah,
I really don't love how it's like a parcel here, then it's like I hate that like there's a strip here,
what
but
picture you want?
I'm sorry, 52, 53, the site plan. Only because the macros form doesn't show the new boundaries. Right. Like that one little lot there is not included. That little chunk there is not. To me, it just looks
Chunky.
yes, and
So,
I don't know, like, I get it doesn't have to be contiguous, I get that. But when I've been looking at like the area, sorry, for districts, it talks about how a district derives its importance from being a unified entity, even though it is often composed of a wide variety of resources. The identity of a district results from the interrelation of its resources, which can convey a visual sense of the overall historic environment, or be an arrangement of historical. And then it talks about how it's okay if it can comprise of both features that lack individual distinction and individual distinctive features that serve as a focal point. And it talks about how like it's okay if it like. I didn't love how like, on the like Autumn Street and Winter Street, the original one submission didn't include anything there, and I was like, Mount Hope laid out those streets, but
those houses,
but only one's there. But like, isn't it okay to include the whole part of it, even though it's like, or do we really have to pick like scatter
So
what
you're-
parts of it?
your question is the reasoning on page 52 and 53, seeing these chunks.
Right, like I get that, yes, well, sorry, let's just say the house is 41 School Street, well, that was built in 2000, why would you want to include that? But it's also like, the guidelines say you can include things like that, because it shows the development over time. The majority of the parcels do contribute, I would get if most of them didn't, but
I see, yeah. 'cause you're saying-
like right
yeah.
here, it's just that weird thing. Like, okay, that's included, but like those two little things right there aren't included. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna help us get approved, then heck yeah, let's do it. But it's also like, are they gonna say, I don't know, guys, you're really like, like I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's what when I say like where the boundary's too generous.
So you're looking for an explanation of,
No, not an explanation. I did the research and know why they weren't included.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't look clean. So and I know that's not the point. Do you know, does anyone kind of know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like,
So, because just say you're looking at these properties here on, I guess that's Summer Street.
here's
Why would,
right. So
there's two properties on Summer Street that aren't, one's not included.
I gotta pull up my.
Those
Well,
are
that's like over
included.
here on page 11, they include
So
my
yeah,
stepson's house, the saying that they do not appear to have been repeated in North Dayton, but they're not listed on
right.
here.
So like, look here. So this is how it was in the Macros form. See how like the boundary includes Warner Boulevard, Stoddard Ave, but only that one house. Look at it here. The boundary does not include the street, but it includes one lot on the street. So before it included the street, even though
So-
not all the parcels were
No,
involved.
wait a minute, that's on Macros, right?
Correct.
So
Then this is not the new one. That's the original one.
that's showing the boundaries of the form. Okay, so that's the boundaries on the original form that we did, the Form B, right, or Form
Yes.
A.
Yep.
Some of those, so you are running into the same problem at some of them, like up here. Kind of like goes, yeah,
But
there.
so I feel like now it's even more disjointed. Like you have like before it's like, okay, you didn't include autumn and winter.
All right, so we'll ask for an explanation of
Why it's,
why it looks so disjointed.
Yeah, compared to the other one. Now she said, well, I've done more research and found out like it should never have been like that in the first place. Okay, I get it.
Okay, so the question is, why does it look more disjointed than
Right, and more
the
like
Form A?
and more right. Also,
Okay,
I know that Mount Hope Farm is a big one because like that, but like the Macros form on Mount Hope Farm does not mention anything about it being Mount Hope Farm. It's called like the Divine. No, granted that's Taunton side.
Divine,
So I feel like if we're included, like you always hear about Mount Hope Farm, and Talon Lane mentions it in her book. It's it's a talk about thing, but like I've always wondered where it was. I didn't know now until I
well,
saw
that's because you're
this.
too young.
Oh boy.
I couldn't resist.
Or is it because you're too old? So I was like, oh great, that's where it was. So then I went on to the form for that. It doesn't even mention it being Mount Hope Farm. So I'm not saying it's incorrect, but I was like, will that parcel then have more research done to it?
because I noticed that Michael's house is not listed in here, but she does make a reference to it over on page 11.
All right, so there was a reference to the farm that I read, I thought was kind of,
Because I thought,
it was the name of the,
but it's here and then here.
but
on
then
here,
not
it's
there.
not shown.
so the question about the farm is,
It's a Taunton property, but so it's for Pat, if you just want for your record, it's TAU 559. It's called Divines
yep, Divine,
Dairy Farm.
yeah.
On whatever base map Macros uses, it calls it Mount Hope Farm, like in like italics, like to say that it was that. The Macros form for the Taunton makes zero mention of it ever being Mount Hope Farm.
It was though.
Oh no, but oh yeah, so it's kind of one of those things where like that needs to be updated thing because like
The Macros form,
for that, but which would be a Taunton one.
Taunton's Macros form needs.
Like I put when I was like,
So what happens with these forms, and this is what They're not a complete finished history of the place. They are a snapshot of the history. So there is, you can add to the forms, you can always send and add more information in. No.
Even once this is done?
People don't tend to do that because it's just really a snapshot. So if I have a continuation of something, you can send that to the Mass Historical Commission and then they determine if it's appropriate or
After the
not.
fact?
After the
Okay,
fact.
okay.
Because those surveys are just a quick, not a quick, but like a snapshot of it. And lots of times on it, no matter which ones you're reading, it'll say more research is needed.
Yeah.
So if you do the research and then you put it, it's like, oh, I need to submit it. So I don't, as far as I can see on some of the forms, you don't see a lot of people adding. You do see changes when there's, like, when we updated the survey, you see the changes in the two forms, you know, like the forms that were done in the 70s were fairly basic, and now they're a little bit more complete.
My other question was, so I know we had a relatively incomplete, and actually, that's a great example of it, one for Dighton Village.
Right.
And it does say, and this is done in 1991. And it says we do not have enough information on this area of resources to determine whether it's potentially eligible, talks about site visits needed, blah, blah, blah. So I think of North Dighton Village, I think of that whole area. So we have forms on School Street and Lincoln Ave. I was so shocked to figure out how much of Lincoln Ave is now included in the Mount Hope thing. And in my head, I was like, Lincoln Ave is like, because a lot of the parcels were like Mount Hope finishing houses. But but half of the houses were like Lincoln family houses. And like, that's a whole separate history.
So, yeah, so what happened with those is when Milliken is leaving, those properties, no, it was before that.
Way before
Because
that.
he actually buys them to provide housing because he gives them to Dighton Realty, his
Yeah.
realty company, to sell them. So you see a lot of those properties that are being sold by Dighton Realty.
So then I was wondering, do we include that and then call the whole thing like North Dighton Village instead of Mount Hope Finishing Company? Yes, Mount Hope, like, I mean, because when you look at
No, I would
No.
disagree because the historical context that you're going for the National Register nomination is based on the Mount Hope Finishing
okay,
Company.
okay.
And the history of their paternal philanthropy, and how they developed
Okay.
there. If you call it just the North Dighton Village,
You lose.
Okay, well, okay, that's
Yeah.
good, well, that's good to know then, that's why I had the question, I didn't know.
Historical part of why Milliken started all of that, because I think, didn't even they say he was one of the first ones in the United States
Yeah.
to have like a whole complex of, like a subdivision. That was, somewhere I had read that was something that was considered the first.
yeah,
Subdivision.
paternal.
I have
Yeah.
a question. Did North Dighton exist before Mount Hope?
Yes,
Or-
yes,
Yes.
yes, way before,
There were
way
houses
before.
there, yeah.
And there were other
And there were
factories
other
on that site.
businesses, yeah.
Mount Hope was not, when Mount Hope Finishing was named after like the Mount Hope Mill that was there 100 years ago. Well, it's not the same building, but like,
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing too, are we able to, I noticed that, you know how she included the different forms that we found?
that, yeah.
There's a third one that she did not include. I don't know if if it's not a big deal or not, but it's so she included this one. Right here, she included that one. It's actually not too far. It's right here, 56 and 57. She included this one, but then there's this one that was not included. I don't know if it's relevant, if it even matters, but there's a third. There is a third one that's not there. If it's not worth bringing up, I just know that was worth.
Where is it?
Boy, it's the serial number 15725, index number 14518. It's gonna have the same index number as this one, but the serial number is different.
And that's not included on there?
Is that a different view?
Yeah, because it almost looks like it
Nope,
is.
there are
no?
streets on it that are different, so if you were to turn it, so I'm gonna turn it the way it's published, so like now, this is how it's oriented, like here's Spring Street, Mount Hope Street, Bedford Street, Green Mile River. That's the form that she included. This is the one that she did not include, is almost the top half of it, because here's summer, here's the rest of spring. Here's so like, it's almost like this. See, okay, so number 70, so see where Bedford Street is here on this plan?
Yeah,
And then you have number,
it's almost the same.
but it's not though, because look at Spring Street here, Mount Hope Street, Bedford Street. This one shows way more of Bedford Street. It's almost the next half of it.
All right, yeah.
So it's
All
a,
right, so why it wasn't included?
yeah. And then the next thing is in the vault, I found these, which are blueprints. No, granted, it's not, it's the town's plans for accepting the roads, which give us not circuit dates, it gives us the actual date. Like, and so in the 1919, it talks about Autumn Street. It even shows Warner Boulevard being put in, which is later on, but I don't know if those would be, and I only found, those are not online. I found them when I was looking for Vault, and I was like, oh my God, these are like, I don't know if they're relevant, they might not be relevant, I don't know, but if it's anything that you would want to include that would help it, we should find a way to.
So you found blueprints.
Yeah, they're literal blueprints, but they're more, they're town documents, if anything.
So she wouldn't have had access to that.
Right, so I don't know if she's looking at this, it's not gonna be relevant at all, then that's
All right,
fine.
so the
but-
blueprints of the street layout.
But if you look, it even talks about, so this date is 59. You can see here a quote unquote state highway. And that's Spring Street, so this is Warner Boulevard coming through. Which, I don't know if that's relevant, but that's again stuff that,
All right,
so I don't know if there, yeah, I don't know if she would want that at all, but that's not digital at all. That's, but I took these pictures, you know, I sent her more pictures of them too.
okay.
And then my last question was, does Stevens Island, that has no Mount Hope ties, right? I know like it has connections to the Walker Furnace, Lincoln Company bought some of it. I don't think Stevens, like it's not included. I said, no, should it be?
No, I think it's at the
Okay.
border of it, don't you?
I thought so. I just wanted to verify that with you. That's what you thought too.
It's just like a block of cement surrounded by water.
Yeah.
This island.
I also think that as of right now, this plan does not include a chunk of School Street. And I think it should, not the property. But like, if you look here, all that right there,
I know, those are
not the properties, but the road itself. Milliken played a huge role in laying out that street because he was part of a commission that extended the street to, like, he, not only did he lay out streets for the finishing company to put workers' houses on, he's why, well, played a role in that. I feel like that should be included because that's very significant. That road didn't connect until he,
So when
right?
you're looking up here, School Street, this existed, a lot of these properties here are a lot older. These here, the ones that aren't in black, so these are pre-Milliken that he never took over.
So the road, so that road connected before he came in?
Yeah, School
it
Street was,
did.
that
Oh,
was High
okay.
Street, that was
Right.
High Street. If anything, it was more here and here. Prospect Street isn't that old of a street. Because, well, Swanee Drive comes off of that, but Prospect, it was more up in here where his housing was, because where's his Chase Street crosses and goes over to where Milliken live.
So this is 1895. Oh, yeah, you wouldn't have laid that out, I guess.
Yeah, so
It's
there's
It's pre-Mount Hope.
School Street. It's Prospect Street that's not on this here.
I think he laid out Prospect Street, didn't he? I think he did.
I don't know if he did or not, but again, the houses that would be there weren't part of the worker houses.
But I guess that's my thing, is the history of the land and the roads worth talking about too, even though the parcels were not? Like, is it just strictly, when I think of a district or an area, I'm not thinking about just the houses and the structures that's in it, I'm also thinking of the entire makeup of it. If he contributed to the development of that area, the district, so to speak, I think that's relevant, even if the properties on it aren't relevant. I don't know, I guess
I think if you start thinking like that, then that's where you get into it's all of North Dayton. You know, the focus.
Yeah.
The focus for the district is really like the plant.
the houses, okay.
And the houses,
Okay.
the workers.
I gotcha, okay.
It's more focused, more detailed.
Specifically
that way.
on, okay.
Because, I mean, if you did that with districts, even with, say our Wharf district, you could do that on either side
Right,
of the
that's
Wharf
true,
district.
right.
Because they have history and they were developed, but they're not part of that district,
Right, that's true, yeah.
even though they're
Right,
there.
right, that's a good point, yeah. I think maybe that way, then that definitely makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So your questions are, one, why does it look more disjointed? About,
And if there are reasons for it, like that, like maybe it should never have been as contiguous, then
then
sure, absolutely, that's what it should be.
the Divine Dairy Farm and the Mount Hope Dairy Farm,
Yeah, I guess,
like an update, or, because there's also reference in here by another name.
I can even pull, where are we? So there are two divine parcels. One is like Divine Dairy Farm. There's the barn, and then the actual dairy farm, which is not an area. It's literally just the building. It's not even like, if you look here, it's not even this whole thing. It's legit just one structure. But
that's considered South Walker Street.
Yeah, so she's calling it the Horton House, the Mount Hope Farm.
and then but Taunton's Farm is, you know how we were talking about some of the ones we looked at for like the play and how it's very, very minimal.
Yeah,
Whoever come and you said that was before that these forms were in place, so there was no. That's what reminds me. This Taunton form reminds me of that, because if it's like 2 pages long, if that.
yeah.
It's like.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, right here. So it's okay. So so it shows. It talks about being the dairy farm, Divine's Ferry complex. And then it has J.H. Horton question mark, obviously, but like Divine's Farm complex, J.H. Horton. Like that's all that it is. It's very basic, which is not to fault them, but like we should probably have it that done a bit more if that, considering Mount Hope Farm was so significant to it,
Yeah,
right? Or no?
well, yeah, so now it's kind of like that's on Taunton's property.
Right, I don't know how did that work? 'Cause like, if that's the case, then maybe we shouldn't be including anything from Taunton then.
Well, no, yeah, but the farm actually contributed to the
Right.
village.
So then I feel like
because-
we definitely, but how does that's why one of my questions with the boundaries thing and how does crossing it over into Taunton, is that a,
With
good
the
thing.
crossing over into Taunton came out because that was the request from the Mass Historical Commission,
Right.
from Ben, to look at other properties even beyond the town boundaries that could
Right.
possibly have been part of it. So this property, I mean, they could look at this and reject that as a piece of it, who knows?
Okay,
Because they
right.
haven't finished their review either.
right?
So, okay. So the thing about the blueprints,
The ones we have in the vault, yep.
the one
Yep.
about the vaults, okay. So, yeah,
And then the other loop, the other
yeah,
textile museum,
Textile.
thing,
yeah,
which I have, and if Stacy needs, I can email it to her or email it to you, email it to her.
I think I have that,
Okay.
okay. Does anybody have anything else? No? I thought it was interesting.
And for the record, I definitely don't want to sound like I'm against it or that thought it was
No, but
poor.
can
I just I had more questions than I did before
Yeah.
because it looks so different than what I was just like. I'm like, wow, it's including Lincoln Street now. Like, oh my god. So that's just why. But other than, I love how it now includes a lot of the Olmsted plans.
Yeah,
The other one,
yes.
the other one mentioned it, but didn't include them. I
Right.
love that they're included now.
I was amazed that they would include, that they even did anything in this area, because you
Oh,
figure
yeah.
the Olmsted brothers were.
Nice Central Park.
They were in Boston.
I know.
right.
You know,
It's cool seeing how the hotel that was almost there, and like I love seeing all the what could have been kind of thing. I thought that was really cool.
There were like 2 or 3 houses that used to be in front of the mill.
Right.
Where were they moved?
One was moved to Autumn Street.
Mhm.
One is the one of the little ones on Autumn Street. She does mention that here, on Forest Street. There was, because on page 6, section 7, page 6, it's talking about housing, so, you had 13 small houses located along Mount Hope Street that Milliken had demolished or moved elsewhere in North Dayton. 2 of them remain, 867 Autumn Street and 105 Forest Street.
Lawrence.
Forest.
Forest.
Milliken paid for the move, not the, okay.
Yeah, he rearranged the area to
Mhm.
look the way he wanted it to look.
Yeah, well, I mean,
If only.
I'm not gonna say that if I was there back then, I would have been on his side. But hey, he's the one paying for it. He's gonna be bringing a lot of money to this town. Go for it, dude.
Because he
I mean,
actually-
to some extent, you don't have to look at it that way. Like,
he actually moved quite a few houses. Because on section 7, page 14, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses that were moved. That's a lot of,
yeah,
So the residents didn't have any say or any power?
no, he
No.
owned the property.
he owned them.
Property.
I mean, whether you agree with it or not, you owned them. I mean, whether ethical or not is a different question.
Well,
But
that's like even with the fire station, he owned that fire
Yeah.
station. And there was a big stink that one time South Dayton had a big fire, and he refused to allow that fire department in North End to come down and help him. It was always that riff.
Really?
to some extent, I get it. It's like, okay, so if I send my trucks down and they get damaged, who's paying for that? Like, you almost have to consider it that way. Like, I can see why he would have been like, but also it's like it's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
but you're also-
But you're Dayton Fire, not Mount Hope Fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, in that case,
Well, that's-
establish your own Mount Hope
Was
Fire
it?
Company.
Was he? That was Mount Hope,
Yeah.
Right.
you know?
That's why when my husband changed the sign
Right, so
on
from,
the
yeah,
fire
that's
station,
right, yeah.
it was always North Dayton Fire Station. My husband says, no, it's not. Dayton Fire
Right.
Station.
It's our North Branch, but
Dayton
it's
Fire
not our.
Department Station 2 is what he had, and this one's Station 1.
Yeah.
And he got flat for that.
Right. I know you said no. Can you reach out to Stacy and see if she wants any information regarding the names of the streets? I know you said that she might not care, but like she mentions like how they were like some of the streets names were. I've done quite a bit of street genealogy. If she just doesn't want it, that's fine. If she feels like it would be a nice touch or it's
You know, I
helpful.
just had this thought, part of our contract does include a meeting with her. Do we want to invite her to a meeting?
Yes, sure. Especially we did a long time ago. And that was, I think now would be even a great time because we have, I think.
Now, would it be by Zoom or in
She could
person?
come by Zoom or in person.
If it's in person, we pay her for the gas mileage, right? For the time.
And,
It was
I have to
before.
look at our contract.
That's why we did Zoom before, I think, was
Yeah,
that
or
right?
we'll look at the, I will look at the contract. So our April meeting,
That would be really cool.
and I want to check the status if she's heard from MHC.
What is that? What date is our April meeting?
The
14th.
Okay.
If we don't pay, if we don't charge her by hour to talk to us,
I think we have a meeting that's included in the contract. I just have to,
for Mount Hope specifically,
yep.
okay, so I can't ask any questions about like the, honestly, from on the, like the broad coat stuff, that'd be a different,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's fine, I
Yeah.
suggested, no.
I mean, you could email her and ask her those questions. We could email and find out.
I mean, I don't have any specifically,
Yeah.
it's more just like if something were to come up.
Right, right. So, all right. One of the things that we have to do is coordinate with Ben Haley at the Mass Historical Commission to have a public meeting. We did have one.
Oh, yeah.
A long time
Oh, my God,
ago.
yeah.
2024, was it, or 23?
I think
It's when you,
I was on.
yeah. Ben Haley from the.
He wasn't there. Oh, no,
No, we had a meeting,
with him?
no,
Oh,
with the residents, and just to get a feel
Yeah.
before we start,
Informational.
just to say, are we gonna get any flack from this, are you in favor, before we had, to spend the money on it. So now we have to have a meeting where he'll come down and he'll talk to residents, but we also would need to do it because some of the properties have changed in this listing,
Okay.
or, if he's going to exclude some of those properties, do we want to wait till those are excluded? Yeah,
that's a good point too.
so we have to do that. Get that information for April.
Do we pay for him to come down?
I don't know.
I wouldn't think so.
Because probably
State, it's part of their requirement. So, given all of that, do we want to wait on making a motion to approve this nomination?
I mean, I have no problem, yeah, I guess so.
You mean meet with Stacy first before we accept this? Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only because like I'm not against it the way it is now.
It's just you want a
Like,
a little bit more detail
Right, like,
why.
If well, not, well, I mean, the details, yeah, like if Pat was like, no, this was the final copy, I'm gonna see what your thoughts were, I'd be fine to go
Yeah.
on it. But knowing that like the disjointedness and this, kind of.
I'll email.
If that's gonna help or hurt us, I wouldn't
I'll
want to talk
email
about it.
her And, say we had some questions, and some of these questions may be easier for her to answer in person
I think
rather
so.
than through email.
I think so too.
I'll also check in on her about the process. If we need to, for time's sakes, we can call a special meeting just for Mount Hope to, for us to discuss Mount Hope.
I think that might be a good idea. Only 'cause, like I was like looking at one on the agenda, like, oh boy, like we
Yeah.
still want a lot to talk about still. Like I think we should probably call it a separate one.
Yeah, so, all right, and it's separate.
If we do it during school vacation, I'll be around. Like, well, I guess it's, No, there's never a time, I'm only not good on the fourth Tuesday, because I have zoning. And then the Monday is when we have,
Yeah.
rehearsal, but I can do it after rehearsal.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm
Okay.
fine.
We'll see what we can do. All right. I want to skip over the historical survey stuff, and I know that includes your broad code
That's more than,
information.
that's more than fine.
Do you want me just to give this out at least?
Yeah, and people can take a look at it, because it's already 7:30, and
I was thinking the same exact thing, like, we could spend another hour talking about this, so like,
So-
so yeah, totally.
I can put this to the next agenda, because I also, besides Flood Cove, I also want to start a list of the properties that we would consider a survey on, because we had talked about different areas to take a look at.
I've already found more resources, like, I didn't know, like, there's you know how there's like, it's like a historical landscape, like the Lower Taunton River would have been considered that one. There's one that's more geared towards rural historic landscape. And I found that after I did all this, and I was like, oh, that might apply here for a lot of that with farmland.
Rural.
Yeah, it's called,
Oh,
guidelines for evaluating, documenting rural historic landscapes. And a lot of it has to talks about old farmland with stone walls, and a lot of it has to do with Broad Cove.
send a link for that.
Okay.
Take a look at it.
Yeah. So like, because of that, like, that already would change some of the stuff, not change, but I'm more to the Broad Cove
All right,
discussion,
so-
so like, that's totally fine.
And I also want to, start like an ongoing list of the properties that we need to survey, because every
Okay.
day another house turns 100.
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's funny, I was thinking that too, like, that's part of the stuff I
Yeah.
included, I was like, oh, I'm doing all these houses for the late 1800s, I'm like, how about 1920?
Right.
That's over 100 years old now, like, it's
Right.
it's like,
Right.
Okay,
There's a
so,
milk houses about that.
yeah.
so list of, list of other properties, just in general.
We had at our last meeting made assignments for it, because I was doing like Walker Wheeler area.
Yeah.
Pat was gonna work on Cross 44, like Chestnut Street and all that.
I know, I was doing Broad Cove.
We were doing Broad Cove. Irene, were you gonna look, you were doing like Wellington Street?
Was
What?
I think, yeah. Oh, let me look at the minutes.
I say I got kind of shortchanged there in February.
Yeah, well, February, we
Well, yeah,
didn't meet, so,
Me too. I was like, is that you or me? He's doing the same thing.
oh, yes, Irene will investigate the Wellington area. Rafa will research houses built in the 30s and 40s.
I saw some,
Oh, yeah.
not much though.
Okay, so,
Even structures, like bridges, whatever.
yeah, yeah.
oh, high school, I'm pursuing anything with that one.
Okay, so Zach was, okay, Broad Cove and Dighton Rock Park, which you were working
Yeah.
on.
Because that's included, that would be included in the, yeah, so yeah, that's
Okay.
already been done, not done, but that's already been.
Okay. So we'll just add those. Yes. All right, so that'll go on next month's agenda. Real quick, America's 250th anniversary, Rachel Revere was a huge
That
success.
was
and
awesome,
excellent.
so good.
The committee's still working on the details for the reenactment in September. As we know, the coins are on for sale. Zach's doing a play with some middle school kids that's coming along fabulously about the May 20th, 1776 meeting, and the kids are awesome.
They're good.
They're
They're like,
good.
How
like,
many kids have you got
10,
involved?
10.
there's 10.
Wow.
so we wanted, well, not wanted, the script as written from 1976 was 20. Our plan was to just take that script and do it with middle-aged kids, not middle-aged, sorry, middle school age kids. We got 10. So I was like, we either cannot do this, or gotta spend time really, really tailoring the script. So we have been working the script to the point that I am now glad we have the 10 kids, because it's been so much fun. I mean,
Oh, good.
I don't want to say the script is unrecognizable, but in a way it kind of is. Like, we kept like the content, but like we added a lot to it. Like we like, I don't want to spoil it too much, but like we use one of the characters as a narrator who like talks to the audience, and we're going to show slides like, this is what the house looks like now, kind of thing, because the way it's written is dry.
So-
It takes the meeting minutes and just like, I
Yeah.
want to get fun for the kids too.
Yeah, of
And the
course.
audience,
So
but it's
they're
working.
having fun with it.
That's
because-
amazing.
Because when the parents have stayed, they're laughing at the lines that we added. They're like, oh, I didn't know that. So like, okay, if this small group of population is already looking like we're doing something right, you know what I mean? So
Good.
So when
Yeah.
are you planning on this?
May 16th,
May 16th.
we're probably gonna have it,
We'll have a flyer.
huh?
Oh, I think. So, I met with, like I said, I met with the library trustees. We talked about the time capsule. They approved putting our walking brochures, in the library for people to take. I asked about the commission members touring the Carnegie Building, but right now it's full of some of the surplus items that they used for moving. So there's limited space for movement in there. Because that surplus stuff, we're waiting for it to be sold, I guess. So we'll keep working on that. Historical sharing, I don't have anything for tonight, okay? Annual report, I sent you the annual report, the draft of it,
I have a couple of just minor things.
okay?
In October 2025, the commission hosted its first walking tour of Dayton's National Registered Districts.
Yep,
Shouldn't it be historic districts?
okay.
And the Wharves District, isn't it? Is it called just I think if you want to be specific, I think it's called Dayton Wharves District. I don't know if you
I'm
care.
gonna check that, I'll check that on the form.
Okay. I'm fairly certain, but and then the oral history program, quote unquote, preserving memories.
Yeah.
Do you want to call it of Dayton? And if you care, I think we can put that in italics font wise,
Okay,
because it's our title of it.
yep,
So I think it could be capitalized and then well, I mean, yeah, and then put in italics. But that's it then.
that's it.
I did like, the attendance was small on the walking tours. Yeah, I'll say.
That was nice.
I know.
I enjoy it.
It might spark interest when people say, ooh.
Yep, yep.
We're already getting to the time of year, we could have another one. I can't believe we're saying that, but like, that felt so long ago, but talk about having another one, but like, that felt
It's
so long.
right around the
It felt
corner.
so long ago, but now it's like, wow.
I'll put that on April agenda.
And then I first was like, oh, we can forget a bunch of stuff, but I was like, wait, no, this is for 2025, so we can't include anything that we've been talking about so far.
So unfortunately, Shara received the resignation of Pat Olson from the Historical Commission. Pat did let me know. I thanked her for her years of services. So I would like to entertain a motion to accept Patricia Olson's resignation with thanks for her years of service and contributions to the Historical Commission.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
How many years did she have on the commission?
I thought you said like 15,
16.
Wow,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, she was a long time. She,
15 years, right?
Was she on before you, Pat?
yeah, she was on a good number of years before me.
15.
and her wealth of knowledge, it was
Yeah.
just
How long have you
unbelievable.
been on it for? Not to change the topic, but I'm just curious, like, how, like,
Probably 3?
oh, so you weren't that far after me then, really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Irene was appointed in 2022.
Oh, I'm going in my 4th year.
Yep.
I think I'm up this year, right?
Yeah, Zachary,
Yeah.
Shara, and myself are up this year.
Oh, we doing the same calendar year?
Yeah. Yep. So, okay. So now we have 2 positions opened on the commission because we can have 7. So we had an inquiry from non-resident about the open position. I reached out to the Mass Historical Commission if non-residents can serve on the commission. I got no response. Shara checked on this for us too. There's nothing in the bylaws. But I found my committee handbook
Ooh, okay.
Two.
and, I mean, did you ever get a board and committee handbook?
I think so. It might
Okay.
be somewhere in my,
I think we're right. So I think Ralph did say that we're gonna be working on an updated one soon.
So-
But anyway.
On page 5, under committee appointment.
Yep.
It says, the goal of the appointing authorities is to appoint qualified and interested Dayton residents. So,
It does say Dayton, yeah.
yeah. So, a non-resident cannot be part of
Mhm.
our committee. And I knew this existed.
We just couldn't,
I know this is true. I look at it all the time for stuff. I can't believe it.
it was like right
I
there.
would have skipped over it because I knew I look focus on this handbook more for zoning stuff, and I know for you, have to
Yeah.
appoint, you can't have a non-resident for Dayton zoning board. So it never even occurred to me to even look at that.
Because even our own rules and regulations for the historical commission do not address that, so perhaps that's something we should update.
I think
We may
so.
want to look at that.
Because it's one of those things where like I was like, you know, if he has like a lot, this let's say we didn't allow non-residents. If he had like, oh, I like Dayton because this reason, this reason, this reason, I have family there, I grew up there, or if he's just like, oh no, I want to join Seacox too, in Rehoboth, I'd be like, okay, then
So-
like it, but
I'm going to reach out to him anyway. I'll let him know
Yeah,
that he has to be
definitely.
a resident. He has a lot of skills that maybe he would like to volunteer to help out on
like
projects.
a liaison,
Yeah.
like a liaison kind of thing, or like
Or
a
just to help out.
yeah.
You know? So I will reach out to him.
I looked at, I wanted to talk to him the other day, but one of the fathers, no, one of the fathers, the father of one of the students in the play, girls in the play, Sean Urban, he's a firefighter in town, which I didn't know until I started talking, but he's got really likes the history. Like seemed more interested in the history than his daughter did. Like in that kind of he said, oh, I'm kind of more excited about the reenactment kind of thing, and there's a lot about he's one of the Lincoln Ave houses, and he's like the amount that he like loves history, like seems like a nice personal guy. Like I think it would be cool to reach out to him.
Great. Yeah, we're kind of waiting to see him.
Yeah,
So,
I know like right now, before we had one chair open,
But we
not
have
chair, one position open because we didn't fill Dave's, but now that we have two, we might want to consider.
so in order to function, we need 4 people for a quorum.
Right.
So we know that. Our next meeting date is April 14th.
Oh, has it been posted yet by the selectmen that we're seeking members?
I asked Leanne to put that on there,
Yeah.
so. Okay. I think that's it for tonight. We have a lot of stuff to do.
Good.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
second.
All in favor? Aye. And we are adjourned.
That's me. I did that.
That's yours, right?
No, it's mine as in I.
I can copy for all this?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's trying to give away his
Yes, I did make a copy for you.